Up guys, Rideshare guy here, and today I've got a video for you about Lyft's new feature called Express Pay. So if you guys have never heard of it or you're wondering what it is, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's basically a new feature that allows you to get paid whenever you want, right? Typically, Uber and Lyft and all of these on-demand companies, really, they end their payroll week on Sundays or actually Monday morning pretty early, and then they send out payment usually Wednesday, sometimes Thursday. So right around those days, depending on your bank, you'll get paid either Wednesday, Thursday for the prior week. So weekly pay already is actually a pretty nice feature. Most companies pay bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks, or some companies even pay once a month. So it's already kind of cool that they pay weekly and you're able to, it's obviously nice to be able to have that money in your account once you go out and work, and then the next week you see it. So it's definitely a nice feature. Lyft's Express Pay feature is actually even cooler because it allows you to go out and work or even just go to your account, and as long as you have money in it, you can cash it out. So they only charge 50 cents to cash it out. So you have $100, it'll cost, you only pay 50 cents. If you have 1,000 and have a really good week and want to cash it out early, it'll still only cost you 50 cents. So the transaction fees, I think, are very reasonable. I'll leave a little note below because it only works with certain banks. So you can check below with Lyft's link to see if your bank won't work. So they have a list of banks that basically this feature won't work with, but for most, like Chase, I have Ally, it works with, and I actually decided to go and try this feature out myself. So I had a couple $100 in my account. I signed into my dashboard online with Lyft, and I noticed, hey, okay, Lyft, there's a pretty clear screen right there where it says cash out, Express Pay. And so you go and click that, and all you have to do is add a debit card. So this would be obviously a debit card that's linked to your checking account, or at least that's what I did. And once you link up that debit card, it's now saved in your Express Pay part of your account. So going forward, you never have to enter a debit card again unless you obviously want it to go to a different account. And then all you do is just submit. So once you submit it, you'll get an email confirmation from Lyft, and the money should arrive within 20 to 40 minutes. So for me, it took about 45 minutes, but it was weird because I kept on refreshing my bank account to see when it would get there. And then eventually I just got bored and went and did something else. And it said, when I checked, it was at 45 minutes and it showed up like right around 40 to 45 minutes. But when I looked at the posting date, it was actually only 8 minutes after I had made the request. So it's either 45 minutes for me or 8 minutes. I'm not really sure, or somewhere in between. But either way, it's less than an hour. For most people, I think it's taking about 20 to 30 minutes from the people I've talked to. I'm sure some banks are going to be faster than others. But either way, it is kind of a cool feature that, hey, it allows you to get your money out early. Now, as far as actually kind of doing this multiple times, that's probably the one thing that I'd be a little bit careful with and kind of caution you on, that this probably isn't a feature that you want to really get used to as soon as you work and paying 50 cents to get it out. Not so much because of the transaction fees, but just because of like the budgeting issues. And, it's probably not good to like depend on your, to basically live on like a day-to-day basis. I think you want to really get in the habits of like that weekly or monthly. The occasional time that comes up, oh man, I really need this money, I'm going to go out and work, or I need to cash out my paycheck early, boom, then you can go and do it. That's kind of, I think, the best use for it. So hopefully, obviously I'm sure some people will abuse it, but my advice or my recommendation is to try really hard not to and kind of be self-disciplined with your money. So obviously, you guys are free to do whatever you want, but that's probably how I'll end up using it. And honestly, I think it's a pretty cool feature. I can't really think of many jobs that allow you to say, hey, I'm going to go work right now. You go out, do 5 hours, make, 60, 70, $80, cash it out. Within an hour, you now have that money in your pocket, right? So it's kind of cool. Like, hey, you're saying, hey, I want to go snowboarding tomorrow, right? I'm going to go work today, make the money. Now I pay for my whole day tomorrow. So I think in that sense, it's pretty cool because it allows you to kind of go and, basically if you want to, need the money, or if you need to spend some extra, it allows you to go and make that money quickly and get it out of your bank account. And it's kind of like, a nice little budgeting tool or help to your budget. So I do think it's a cool feature, and that's kind of how I'm going to be using it going forward. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely click like, give me a little thumbs up on the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Definitely subscribe to the channel. We release new videos every Tuesday, Thursday. So look forward to seeing you guys around. All right, take care.